We've been through, individually and together, a lot of crazy moments in real estate as agents.
Yes.
What was the one that you had that special couple that was always involved in your showing?
Yes. We actually worked that site together. It was downtown.
Right.
Do you remember that like all the agents would be like, oh my God, if we need to show like X apartment, like just to like manage the client's reactions, because almost on every single time you would go in there, no matter what time of the day, you know, whatever, we would go into this apartment that was adjacent to the courtyard. And then there was the same building across the courtyard, and people had already started moving in. So almost every single time
it was an
we
empty
walk
building,
in,
basically.
it was an empty building, but it was like new development, but people were starting to move in.
Right.
So this couple had moved in across the courtyard, and they were obviously in no rush putting in curtains or blinds of any kind.
Right.
So when we were showing the apartment across the courtyard, it would just be on full display. Lots of intimate moments, lots of no clothing.
And they just had no idea, they didn't care.
They didn't care. They literally, it was almost as if they were like trying to do it. So every time, like some clients would be like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Other clients would be like, oh my God.
That's hilarious. I don't know. The story that comes to mind for me was, it was a small rental transaction about 10 years ago, 5 years ago maybe. It was a ground floor apartment, which you know are really difficult to move. Ground floor apartments, people walk by and look in your window. So it was our last apartment in a building, and it was a small studio, and it was 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And there was this young lady who came in, and it was a terrible apartment, terrible. I showed her, I walked around, there was no fridge, there was no dishwasher, and I was like, well, here's the window. And she opened the drape, and there was a guy peeing on the window.
Right on the window, oh my God.
And we both kind of took a moment. I didn't say anything. I was like,
like just full display, just like.
just peeing on the window.
Yeah.
And so she looked at me, and we had like a 2-second silence, and she goes, I'll take it.
That's so classic.
And we signed the lease, yeah.
Oh my God, yes, that's amazing. Talk about that actually. That reminds me of our first apartment on 10th Street. It was 85 East 10th Street between 3rd and 4th Avenues. And it was the same thing. Remember, we were in a triplex, but like where the living room was, if the window was open, and it was obviously like, you know, NYU, lots of like drunk
Late
people
night.
all the time. So I'm literally there like watching like, I don't know, like whatever TV series.
I think we were binging 24 at the time.
24, yes, exactly. And then I look up and I'm like, do you mind? Like literally like this, and it's just, again, same thing, just peeing on the window. And I'm like, do you mind? And the guy is like, ooh, like.
Having an attitude that you would care.
Having an attitude that I care that he's peeing on my window. Oh my God.
The chutzpah.
The chutzpah. Oh my God, I miss
And
this
then
village.
your cat would respond in kind to the guy by screeching like a dying cat. It was a scary cat. That's another story for another time.